Hi, I'm Jim Gordon.
And I'm Lita Leapin.
And welcome to another edition of Our City Tonight.
Well, Jim, we're here on a beautiful winter day. It's sunny.
Yes, not often happening in Vancouver.
Yeah, but we're very excited. We've got a very busy show coming up.
That's right, so let's get right to Our City Tonight.
This segment of Spirits Up is brought to you by Time Winery and Evolve Cellars. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, if you're in Vancouver, you've got to come down and check out Robson Street, and specifically the twin sister restaurants known as Forge and Timber. We're in Timber right now. If you're in the rest of the country, come check out Robson Street anyway. And we're with our favorite person, Krista Lee, and she's got some great drinks.
Yes, and we're super excited. We can already smell this. So
I know,
what are
right?
we drinking?
So as soon as we cracked open the bottle, you could just immediately smell the aroma. So today we brought our 2017 Rosé, and I'm really excited about this because we literally just bottled this, and this was released today. So you are the first people to taste this wine.
Wow.
So this is 100% Merlot, and you smell it. It's just an amazing strawberry, watermelon, some peach.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It smells like summer.
And just in time, the sun's kind of peeking out.
Exactly, right? So, but the nice thing about rosé is it's not just a summertime drink. You can have it year-round, and it's really such a versatile wine.
I think when you've been with us for a while now, I've had so many friends of mine say that they were not drinking rosé until you started pretty much pointing the finger saying, you can drink rosé
Exactly.
any time of the year. This is
Influential
lovely.
or bossy?
Yeah,
we're not
bossy
sure.
sometimes. And my family calls me bossy.
So what does this go with?
So many things. It's amazing with pork, pastas, salads. Look at that, magically.
Production
this
values,
is an amazing
excellent.
salad.
Wow.
A beautiful kale with dried cranberries, and you'll notice that the wine itself has some dried cranberry characteristic to it, but it's got some roast squash and just should be an amazing
And
pairing.
where did that come from?
Oh, magic. Magic hand.
We actually couldn't afford a full person, so we just got an arm at agencies for that. And you can get this, of course, here at Timber. Let's sample this. We'll sample a little bit of this, and then we'll come back later in the show to Timber. Krista Lee's got some more wines, and then we're going to scoot over next door to Forge. That's all coming up later in the show. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, Jim, we're here at Science World, which is downtown Vancouver, but kind of in the Olympic Village area.
Yeah.
But we're here for Science and Cocktails, and this is an amazing event. It's another sold-out year, actually, for them.
Oh, that's right. Lots of cocktails to try. Now, we are getting exclusive behind-the-scenes access before they open, so people getting ready, drinks are getting ready to be made, lots of great food. Let's go check it out and talk to some of the people that are here at Science of Cocktail.
So Scott, this is always an exciting event, another sold out event for you guys. What does Science World and Cocktails actually have in common?
Yeah, this is our third Science of Cocktails. We're
Wow.
thrilled to be sold out. And tonight, everyone that's here, like 1,400 people, will be learning about
Wow.
the science of cocktails.
Very different. yes.
Mixology is the formal name for the scientific study.
Yeah.
And many of these bartenders are absolute experts in mixology.
Absolutely, and some of these bartenders actually avoid the name mixologist. They like to be just a bartender, but you guys are raising so much great. You actually, you overshot your goal last year. What do you think for the bursary this year? And tell us a little bit about the bursary. Oh my gosh.
So all the funding from tonight's event will go to our class field trip bursary program. Last year we got enough money to send about a little bit less than 8,000 kids
Wow.
from underserved communities
Wonderful.
to Science World on field trips. This year, we think we're going to break $270,000 gross, and that
Wow.
will be more than 8,000 kids that will be coming here as a result of this program.
Well, then that's a really good reason for us to have a cocktail, right?
Absolutely it is.
Well, that's excellent. And I have to always say, it's probably every kid's dream to be what you are, a dinosaur doctor. I mean, that's awesome. And you've been now CEO for how long?
Just over a year and a half.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, we're so glad you're here. So nice to see you again this year, and we're looking forward to an amazing event.
Thank you so much, Lita. It's great to have everyone here tonight.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what, the party is in full swing now, and here's the thing, you've only got a number of hours in this thing, and there's so many cocktails from which to choose.
There absolutely is, and we've got some really delicious ones. Good thing they only come in this size.
Yeah. Well, you know what's great too, all kidding aside though, is that you really do get an education on special cocktails. I'm not really a cocktail guy, but when you come to something like this, you can really get schooled by friends of ours and then people you don't know on this drink. And try this with this, and this might be a healthier option, something like that.
Well, healthier, I don't know, but a lot of chemistry involved here and a lot of great visuals too. So
We should also say some very good food here, so they're making sure that you drink responsibly and of course eat well while you're at the events.
absolutely.
Well, with my old friend here, Chris Chewy, who has the very important title now. I don't think he talks to me anymore.
No,
He's Director of
come on,
Operations
come
at
on.
Lavish Liquid. You're one of the sponsors here tonight, buddy, and you've got how many bartenders who are here?
Out of our own team, we have over a dozen bodies on the floor. We are covering 5 different stations, along with, of course, some other great bartenders from around Vancouver and across Canada, actually.
Yeah, if you're looking for serious cocktails, this thing to be at tonight. I know there's a lot of big names are here tonight. How many bartenders in total?
You know what? There's 35 stations, and there's at least 2 bartenders manning every station. So you got to think that's quite a bit of people to pull in from Vancouver on a Thursday night.
And we're grabbing you early because I know last year when we were here, you were moving a mile a minute. So you're in
was.
for a busy night, aren't you?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, after last year, we're definitely anticipating it's going to be even crazier this year for sure.
Very nice. In the few seconds we have left, tell everybody about Lavish Liquid because it's actually a real great success story.
Yeah, well, actually, we've been in business for over just about 9 years now. We're an event bartending service that kind of does cocktail catering is kind of the word I like to use.
Very nice.
Just easy way to put it.
Very nice. Well, Mr. Director of Operations, I'm very impressed. One of my dear friends. And hey, listen, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And pace yourself.
Oh, well, I'm actually going to be working, so you pace yourself.
Oh, okay. I'll be drinking. Well, welcome back to Timber. We're here at Timber and next door at Forge coming up later in the show. It's on Robson Street. If you're in Vancouver, come check it out. And if you're in the rest of the country, come check it out because it's always sunny here in the wintertime like it is outside right now. Back here with Crystal Lee and a great red. Tell us more.
Yes, I'm very excited. This is our Time 2016 Cabernet Franc. And Cabernet Franc's been traditionally one of our more popular wines at Time, and we've actually been sold out for a while, so we're excited to release a new
nice.
vintage, and I'm super excited about the 2016. It was a great growing year, so we've got nice, rich, luscious fruit, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of sage, a little bit of herbaceousness, some red fruit, are the things that I get anyway on
Will this be the superstar at the opening of your winery?
Oh, yeah, maybe. You just never know.
Yeah, we should say, coming actually in March, early April 2018. Of course, we're not too far away when we're taping this. This will be a superstar there, you're hoping?
Yes,
Excellent.
absolutely.
Wonderful.
And with this superstar, what do you think we should be pairing this with?
Oh, definitely. With Cabernet Franc, really versatile. Oh, some beautiful chicken and turkey meatballs. The
very
magic
nice.
there would be an amazing pairing. But any kind of red meats, any pastas, anything that's a little bit hearty. Cabernet Franc is a relative of the Cabernet Sauvignon. Generally tends to have a little more sort of peppery characteristic, and it's one of my favorite varietals.
Is it a bit lighter than a Cab?
Yeah, generally, yeah.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
And it ripens a little bit later generally because
okay.
it has it shuts down at a lower temperature. So heat spikes in the vineyard, so it has to catch up at the end of the year. So it's really important that you're cropping this properly in the vineyard.
Very nice. So as Lita mentioned, Cab fans will want to come to this one too, eh?
Absolutely. But you'll notice lots of rich, ripe fruit there, right?
Very nice, and we're going to dive into that. Hey, we're coming back a little later in the show with Chris Lee, but we're going to move next door to the sister restaurant known as Forge, and we're going to try a couple of different things over there.
We are,
Excellent.
yes.
That's all coming up later in the show. Time for another DVD giveaway courtesy of 20th Century Fox Home Video and, of course, our City Tonight. Well, this time, it's Agatha Christie's legendary detective Hercule Poirot, and he must solve a murder on the Orient Express. Here's an exclusive look. Now, the Orient Express, which first began service from Paris to Romania and Romania to Paris back in 1883. Now, this is the story of 13 strangers on a train that gets stuck in the mountains halfway between Romania and Paris. Now, get this cast: Penelope Cruz, Willem Dafoe, Judi Dench, Johnny Depp, Derek Jacobi, Josh Gad, and of course Michelle Pfeiffer. And Kenneth Branagh delivers a great performance as Detective Hercule Poirot. Now, in this day and age of fast-paced CGI shows, this is good old-fashioned detective work, and Kenneth Branagh is great in the role. Well, there's a look at our DVD giveaway. Thanks to 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment for getting us those copies. Go to Our City Tonight giveaway at gmail.com. Good luck.
Well, if you're watching in the rest of the country and not just in Vancouver, we are in Burnaby right now, which is about 25 minutes from downtown Vancouver at the Grand Villa Casino, a great hotel and casino, and a great restaurant called Atlas Steak and Fish. And we're here to sample some great food.
And we're here with the executive food and beverage manager that is supplying us with this amazing food. What do we have actually on the table here? That is looking so incredible.
Thank you, Lita. Lita, we have, we're featuring here our tomahawk steak. It's a 48-ounce bone-in rib steak.
Ooh, I don't know what Jim's going to be eating.
I know.
I'll just dip into the vegetables, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah,
we have our brie mashed potato and our Jasper oven roasted vegetable.
Now, yes, your oven.
Yes.
Please
Yeah,
tell
tell us
us
about that.
why this is so different than going downtown and getting a
Or your
tomahawk.
regular grill, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. The Jasper oven it's an oven. It's a grill. The particularity of it is that it cooks on live coal. We're looking at mesquite coal.
Smell that. It just smells
Yes,
delicious.
the aroma is beautiful, and the advantage of all this too is the device itself. You can really control the air that you have, the amount of oxygen you have in the oven, which prevents it from flaring. You're gonna put, sometimes your steak on a grill, and then the drippings will ignite under the heat because you get a lot of oxygen.
And
in this-
overcook it, obviously.
and char it, so in this particular case, very nice in that it doesn't flare. You have an ability to create this very nice crust, if you want, and caramelization without damaging the meat. Yes.
So what do we have coming next?
Well, Chef James Thompson is bringing to us our seafood tower. Very
nice,
populated.
James.
So Chef James is oversees the operation of Atlas Steak and Fish here at the hotel. So yeah, we have a few pieces that are very interesting. We have some Alaskan king crab. We have our cushy oyster, which we're serving with a champagne mignonette. We have a classic cocktail sauce. We have our steamed mussels.
Wow.
We have some manila clam, and then some beautiful large prawns.
Perfect for
Yeah,
two.
it's perfect
yeah.
for two, perfect for sharing. People all love that one very much.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah.
You get
Michelle-
this anytime.
Anytime.
Chef Sylvain, it's like a steak, fish, and all the seafood you can want in this restaurant.
Yes. We have a broad offering, and it's very approachable. We make the food in ways that we don't overcomplicate. We let the cooking process speak for it. The ingredients speak for themselves. Yes, very much approachable. Love it. Yes.
Delicious. Okay, so we just had a great dinner, and we're excited about what you have for desserts. What are the options for dessert, and what are we going to be seeing?
Well, we have our pastry chef, Candice Lowe, here. What she's doing is she just flambeing a baked Alaska. She just atomized some eye-proof alcohol that's been scented with vanilla, and she sprayed it all over the meringue, the Italian meringue of the baked Alaska, and lit it up, right? Allowed the sugar in the meringue to caramelize, and as you see now, it has flambéed, and she's just gonna cut it and present it. The baked Alaska that we serve here is we do it with a raspberry coconut ice cream and lemon sorbet. So that's what's the inside of it, as you can see. And we also have an orange vanilla cake, and again with Italian meringue on top.
And you
Very
do this
classic.
tableside.
We do this table side.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Well, Chef, this all looks great. We're going to
Thank
dig into
you,
some of this
Chef.
food. We're going to come back to Atlas Steak and Fish a little later in the show to check out their cocktails. That's all coming up. But right now, let's eat.
Let's eat. Thank you.
Well, we're back here on Robson Street, this time at Forage. We're just next door to Timber, and this is one of the incredible wines that these guys carry a lot of.
Exactly.
I'm surprised we can get one actually, because they sell a lot of it here. So, what is our last wine we're going
They
to talk about
do.
today?
Well, you know, we can't have an episode of Our City Tonight without a little effervescence. And, you know, here we are at Forage. This is available by the glass. And,
Yes.
you know, there's nothing better than sitting at the bar here, having some oysters and a little effervescence.
Lita knows that actually.
Yeah.
No, as do I. We come here a lot. That's
Yeah,
true.
love it here.
So this is our effervescence. This is sparkling Cuve Clos method, or Charmat, as some people know it. And this is a blend of Pinot Blanc, Pinot Gris, and Chardonnay. And you've got just this amazing fine bubble, nice mousse, which is the bubbles on the top there. And it's just apple, pear. For me, it's like walking through an Okanagan orchard.
And also, we've been saying this many times to you. This is not sweet.
It's not sweet.
Not
no,
sweet.
it's dry.
folks. Yeah, very nice.
Consistently delicious, actually.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, cheers.
She's already drinking it.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's.
Well, we've been enjoying your effervescence, Evolve Effervescence, one of our favorites. And it's interesting the purists don't want to mix things with it, but contrary.
Yeah, we have a debate in our family, actually. My father is like, sparkling should only be as it is and wine should only be as it is. I'm more of the mindset, if I'd like to get people drinking more sparkling or drinking more wine, and if it means making wine cocktails or experiencing it in a different way, I think that's fantastic. So here at Forage, we have the Forage 75 that they've created here. So they only use local ingredients at Forage, and this is the Empress Gin, our effervescence, and so that hence the purple hue, because the gin is actually purple. Butterfly
Beautiful.
pea blossoms.
So I hear this is a twist on the French.
Exactly, French 75, yeah, but all local.
Wow,
So,
this is excellent. Okay, let's try.
That is a fantastic mix. And
that
again,
delicious?
I immediately think summer
wow.
patio, but we are not in summer or are we on the patio, so
So
this is a perfect mix. I like
exactly.
this.
That
So
is
you still get the characteristics of the effervescence, but you've got that gin and beautiful citrus characteristic as well.
And some food here as well. It goes beautifully
Yes,
with it.
and the colors match. Perfect.
Very nice, yes.
Halibut cheeks apparently available here at Forage.
Forage.
Yeah, that's great. Well, check out Forage and Timber and check out CL and Evolve Cellars and check out their website and everything like that. Thanks as always.
Thank you.
We're going to go to something
Cheers.
else in the show, but we're going to drink these while people are watching something else in the show. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Well, we're back here at Atlas Steak and Fish for one of the great parts of this restaurant is their bar menu. And you guys have some really great signature cocktails that were designed specifically for the Atlas group.
That's right.
So what do we have here, Matthew?
So on this side here we have the Añejo Old Fashioned, which is kind of a take on a standard Old Fashioned, but it's done with a whiskey barrel aged tequila.
Oh, tequila.
Done with fresh agave syrup, blue agave syrup, and some aromatic bitters there.
So real purist for the old fashions, will they notice a big difference of this? Or
I've had some that don't realize the difference until I tell them, so
Okay.
it can sneak in there for sure.
very, very cool. Now we have a second one that looks more up my alley here.
Yeah,
What do we
it's-
have in front of us?
This one is the Frozen Hound, so it's sort of a take on a Greyhound, which is a basic cocktail with vodka and grapefruit juice. This is more martini style, done with some fresh orange liqueur, and topped off with Granita, which is sort of an Italian grapefruit sorbet to sweeten it.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to taste this one. You can taste, I guess, your own creation there. Cheers. And the verdict is I'm coming back. Absolutely great. Thanks, Matthew. Appreciate this. These aren't that easy to make at home, so you got to come to Atlas for these.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much. Well, I'm here with Wilson Meow. You are the marketing VP for Chislon Developments.
Yes.
Now, Chislon Developments has established itself as a second generation development company, which is important because you've got a lot of history behind you. Can you give us a little example of that?
So our CEO, Alan Chan, is actually a second generation real estate developer locally here in Vancouver. His father is actually part of a huge real estate group in Southeast Asia, and they focus, a lot in different areas such as low-rise, single-family home, even high-rise and commercial.
Now, you have a specialty in luxury touches. Can you tell us a little bit about that with the company?
So our company believe in quality. Okay, we don't cut costs just to maximize profit. We believe in long-term sustainability of our company brand image. Not only that, we want to give back a certain amount to the community and the society as well. That's why we tend to focus more on what is needed in our local community.
Wonderful. Now you have a real environmental bent as well.
Yes.
Can you let us know a little bit about that?
So we truly believe the trend nowadays is focus more on environmental. So we want to focus more on using sustainable material.
Wonderful.
Also providing the quality and the finishing touch of every home that we actually develop here locally in Vancouver.
Excellent. Well, thank you for spending some time with us
Thank
today.
you so much.
This health and wellness segment is brought to you by Viva Nutraceuticals.
Well, we're downtown Vancouver at the beautiful restaurant Forage, and I am so fortunate to be here with one of Vancouver's experts on nutrition, holistic nutritionist, Alyssa. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, we're a little bit into the new year, but I know a lot of people, as the new year started, are thinking about detox. It seems to be something on everyone's mind. Cleansing, detoxing. You hear it ad nauseum.
Always, especially in January and February, yes.
Yeah, but it's important all the time. And they associate, obviously, detox with your liver. So why do we have to worry about the liver? What does it do exactly?
The liver is so important. It's actually one of the most, after the heart, important organs. It does over 500 vital functions.
Wow.
So besides the heart, the liver is really our living and breathing lifeline.
Not just about alcohol either. That's what most people
No, of
think.
course, we all think of alcohol and liver as conjunction because usually when you're sick, it's because you're drinking too much and your liver is the first thing to go in that. But your liver actually is in charge of constantly cleaning your blood. So it's constantly, turning around the blood and making it cleaner into the heart.
Excellent. And it's not just what we eat either, is it?
No. It's also the air we breathe and also the products that we put on our body, what we clean our home with. I mean, a lot of it we can't avoid, but there's so many things that we can do to try to make it a little bit less toxic for our liver and our overall body function.
So generally the liver is working properly, but when we overburden it, what are some of the symptoms that you possibly have an overburdened liver?
Great question, because a lot of people like to self-diagnose, and not always the best thing to do. But when you have pain in your back, your lower back, it's usually maybe a sign of some kind of problem in your liver. Spots on your face, gray spots, pink spots, grayish looking overtone of skin also could mean that your liver is quite toxic and contaminated. It's always good to get physicians' advice on that for sure.
Okay, so the liver also helps control weight loss and weight gain, I suppose.
Weight loss,
weight
gain, proper digestion. It has, again, so many functions that really help us thrive. So digestion, metabolism, and weight loss and gain is also central command center of the liver.
Wow. I guess it does so many things, but what are some simple solutions to keep your liver healthy?
Drinking water with lemon, eating healthy whole food items, instead of an apple bar, but an apple.
Common sense,
Common
right?
sense, but incorporating as much greens and foods that actually serve as a daily detox.
Yeah, and a lot of people want to avoid those, sometimes people are really averse to the shakes and the smoothies and that, but
Yes.
you make some incredible
I
ones.
do, and I'm a full fan of them because it is the fastest, easiest way to get your nutrients in, and these are all the nutrients that really help support our liver and our liver function.
And it's fresh nutrients.
Fresh nutrients,
Yeah.
exactly. I like to use whole foods.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, if you're doing all the right things, what's a good way to? Well, is it important to supplement? How about we ask
I
that?
always consider supplementing like an insurance factor. I think it's really important, especially if you know and you've researched the company and it's a local company and it's a company that you can trust. I mean, we need to have that type of insurance, especially if you're doing everything the right way. The last thing you can do is to healthy supplement.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for spending some time with us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Insozia is an effective sleep aid that can help you wake up in the morning feeling well rested. The traditional Chinese herbal medicine is patented and has been used for centuries to help relieve insomnia due to heart-blood deficiency. Insozia is made in Canada, formulated by doctors, and manufactured by experts with more than 20 years of experience. For more information, go to vivahealthsolutions.com.
Well, we're back here at Atlas Steak and Fish in Burnaby at the Grand Villa Casino. If you're watching in the rest of the country, Burnaby's about 25 minutes outside of downtown Vancouver. Let's get right to this episode's movie reviews. Well, this month it's all things Black Panther, of course. Chadwick Boseman gives a great performance in a movie that is better than usual from the Marvel Universe and Disney. But let's get to some smaller movies that you may have missed. Let's start with Permission. The new movie stars Dan Curtis. You'll remember him as Matthew in the show Downton Abbey, and everybody's favorite smart poster actress Rebecca Hall. They've been together since they were teens, but what happens when they both agree to have a one-night stand with other people? Will it help the relationship before they get married? It's all part of the new movie, Permission. I really enjoyed this movie, primarily because the actors are very good in this film. It gets a 7 out of 10. My next movie for you to check out is a suspense, sexy thriller from France. The movie is called Double Lover. This is from director Francois Ozon, who gave us the fabulous movie a few years ago, Swimming Pool. This has got all of the suspense and sexiness that you might have seen in a Brian De Palma movie back in the 1970s and 1980s. Check out this movie. It's available now. It's Double Lover. Well, we always like to give you some home viewing options in the movie review. I'm really digging some stuff from Netflix right now, including the new David Letterman series. Check that out for home viewing. And also, if you're a Steve McQueen fan, there was never anybody cooler on the screen. No matter what character he played, he was always cool and the epitome of it. If you're a fan, you want to check out a brand new documentary about him called Steve McQueen, American Icon. It follows him in the later years, talks about his life. If you're a fan, you'll know a lot of the material, but also about his search for faith and meaning of life. He died very young from cancer. It's too bad because he had a lot of years left of living, and for fans of his movies, a lot of movies left that never got made. So check that out, Steve McQueen, American Icon, and that is my movie reviews. This time from the Atlas Steak and Fish restaurant here in the Grand Villa Casino in Burnaby.
Well, that was a very busy show. We went to a lot of great places, and it's still sunny in Vancouver, Jim.
Yes, for you people watching in the rest of the country, it's always sunny in the winter in Vancouver.
I don't think they buy that.
No, they're not. I'm not buying it. Anyway, if you want to follow us on social media, it's Our City Tonight on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also check out past episodes on our YouTube channel. I'm Jim Gordon.
And I'm Lita Leafens.
We'll see you on the next edition of Our City Tonight.